Hey there retro gamers, today we have the classic PSP versus the newer MiyooMiniPlus. It's going to be an exciting episode. I'm the Revenge's Hammer and welcome to the channel. So first up, let's talk about the PSP. Classic PSP came out in 2004. If you mod this, it can backtrack and play older generations such as GBA and previous to that. You can even emulate a PlayStation 1. Things to note, it did come out in 2004, so it's almost 20 years old. It's actually older than 20, it's 21 years old. In terms of charging and battery, because of its time and age, it has a barrel connector and a mini USB. There's workarounds around this. I'll link it down below where you can get a USB-C converted to barrel. That's actually what I use to charge it. So it's one cable plus the dongle. It does have a UMD player, like I mentioned, a UMD disc reader. However, I don't use that. Mine is modded and I use ROMs that I have backed up to play on that. Now let's talk about the MiyooMiniPlus. Obviously, this is a lot newer, a lot more modern, has USB-C. Both of them do have an auxiliary port, forgot to mention that. The MiyooMiniPlus takes a micro SD card, whereas the PSP actually has a MS Duo. Like I said, both have auxiliary ports on them, so none can take Bluetooth headphones. That's the only con with the both of them. Now coming back to the MiyooMiniPlus, a lot more powerful than the PSP. However, in terms of emulation, it still cannot even emulate a PSP. This can only go up to PlayStation 1, whereas the PSP can obviously play native PSP games as well as PS1 and below. Overall, in terms of battery use and sort of thing, they about averaged out. I won't go into the capacities and that sort of thing, but you get roughly 5 hours on the MiyooMiniPlus and you get roughly 4 hours on the PSP. I would say the MiyooMiniPlus does win this simply because it is smaller. However, both are very ergonomic. So just to reference, in terms of an iPhone 15, for example, the iPhone 15 is still smaller than a PSP, but bigger than the MiyooMiniPlus. MiyooMiniPlus is obviously a bit thicker. In terms of ergonomics, this is a very interesting one. So MiyooMiniPlus, I got this in 2024, PSP from 2004. Because it's so compact, it actually cramps your hands, especially if you're like me and you have bigger hands. The MiyooMiniPlus is not that ergonomic. It has everything that you actually need in order to play. So no setting up, no downloading ROMs, no doing anything. Insert and play, it's ready to go. Whereas the PSP, it requires quite a, not extensive, but it requires a further step in the sense that you need to mod it. You need to go and download your ROMs. You need to go and test them. You need to download other softwares like RetroArch or something or another to run the emulators. So quick video, hope you enjoy this. As I always say, I'm the Revenge's Hammer. Let me know in the comments below which console you actually prefer. And not only that, let me know what is your favorite classic game of all time. Mine's, it varies. I would say it's Mortal Kombat 3, which was from the early 90s or so. I used to actually play that on a PC. But in terms of retro emulation, I would say it's probably Snow Bros from MAME, or maybe even Street Fighter 2, also from MAME. So that sort of era is my favorite. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching.